Oh, I don't like that. Maybe like this. Okay. Oh gosh. Hello. Oh my gosh. Not again. Um, no, 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 no. What is happening? Hello? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Oh my gosh. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. I'm just having another moment. Rose can't hear. Britt said they can hear. Mishi, Angela. Whew. Okay. I'm on my phone. I'm just trying to be with what is. Hi Kiana, welcome, welcome. Thank you all so much for bearing with things this week. I had to really relax and release the other day when the live stream wouldn't happen. So I there's actually my I think I'm still live on because I dual live stream, so I think that's happening over here on my computer, but my insight timer screen is giving an error and I don't want to touch it. So I'm just so glad we're here, we're together, seeing all of you already, and I appreciate your patience the other day, and glad that we're here together. So, and yes, going with the flow. Whew. Still just getting over having the moment of seeing this error on the insight timer stream feed. So I'm just grateful that we're here, we're together, and moving forward, moving on, moving up, and going with the flow. So yeah, I'm super excited to be with you here today, seeing everybody. Vicky, Elizabeth, Carmen, I'm in Thailand, Liz. So it's not just been me. There's been other people with system issues. I'm glad to hear I'm not the only one. So hi Tatiana. Who else? Jill, Jamie, welcome back. Sarah, Tawana, Angela. Wendy, I think we've got a couple Wendy's. So, yeah, of course, as the pattern is, I make myself wrong up until now. And that comes from childhood and, working on that. And that's okay. So, it's like looking at everything's happening for me. Everything's here to help me. Not things are happening to me or against me. Right? So even this. So how can, you all in your own lives with whatever you have going on, if you notice that your mind is perceiving things as this is happening to me, this is against me, this is to my detriment, shifting the focus to a place of faith and love and trust and surrender to the universe is conspiring for me. This is here to help me. Hi, Kay. So, even thinking in that way, so after what happened the other day when I couldn't, there was a problem with my live and couldn't get on, I scheduled a bunch of lives. So please follow me if you are new here. And please, if you are new, say hello. Let me know if you see that I have scheduled a number of lives. I'm doing a new format. Next week, I'm just going to try it out, where it's called your powerful daily tarot meditation. It's going to be like 30 minutes. We're going to dive right in. I'm going to pull one card. I'm going to give a brief spirit message. And then we're going to go directly into the Reiki and ancestral clearing that I do. So, and why I'm bringing this up is, yes, so you can join. And also that happened because I couldn't get on live the other day. And because then I was like, I want to, get some other things on the schedule. And this download came, if you want to call it that, this idea came. So I can look at that. Okay, yeah, I couldn't get on live. I was, super disappointed about that. And from that comes something new. Right. So hi, Maureen. Glad to see you. Hi, Ginger. Tawana, Sarah, Britt, you quit your job on day 1. So celebrating that for you. Yeah. So yes, we can say everything happens for a reason. So I get to be holding my phone during this. I've never done a live like this. So anyway, all good. Go with the flow. Also, my service hasn't been great on my phone. So if we get cut off, then going with the flow. So tomorrow I'm moving to a place here in Thailand where I have spent a lot of time before. Yes, I am back in Thailand, Britt. And I will be in this place a month. If you've been with me a few years, you have seen me live here before. So yeah, it's very beautiful. It's in the mountains. I'm already in the mountains, but I'll be way in the mountains tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I know the internet there and the connection stable, and I've got my computer fixed. So hi, Astrid. So I want to dive into what we're doing here today. And also, if you're watching from my computer live stream, thank you for bearing with me there. But I feel like I'm holding my phone, so this is going to be, yeah, it just is what it is. Thank you, Britt. Yes, I got sick of my hair. I chopped it. I got sick of my nails, got them chopped yesterday as well. So if you are new and you don't already, please give me a follow. I appreciate that so much. I love my community here. Also, by the way, just like 2 hours ago, I scheduled a Thanksgiving live. So I popped that in on Thursday night in the Western Hemisphere, which is the American Thanksgiving. I am American. I mean, I don't really celebrate holidays, but I like the spirit of Thanksgiving. And also, so I set up a live. It's at 10:30 Eastern Thursday night. And I did that because I wanted to. And also, we're just going to go with the flow on that space. I know holidays are tough. So it's a space for support and also gratitude and whatever wants to come. So I've scheduled a number of lives. Insight Timer will release them as they do. I think it's coming up next week. There's going to be a holiday live about how to take care of ourselves during the holidays. My friend is here from the US. She just moved to Asia. We were talking yesterday about holidays and obligation energy and just the energy of the holidays and yeah, it's not easy. And I'm one, and if people love holidays, I'm happy for you, and that's great, and enjoy and celebrate. And that's not my experience, and one is not good or bad, right or wrong. It's just different. So I know I'm not the only one. So yeah, we'll be having a space for that. And wonderful, Vicky. Yeah, so people that are alone as well. So we'll be diving deeply into that. So if you care also to give a donation, please do so. If you can do it on my teacher profile outside of the live, that's preferred. It's, if that's okay, but any way you choose to donate's fine. The teachers get 100% of the donations when they're done outside of the live stream. Apple has changed things, so if you do it in the live, they take 30%. But I welcome however you choose to donate if you do. So that as well. Please follow me. Also in other platforms that I'm on. I'm in all of them, so would appreciate that. So getting that housekeeping out of the way. And if you are new to me, I'm a spiritual life coach. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher, among many other things. And first and foremost, I am. So, Britt, I see your comment now. That's a great request. So yes, another thing that I am and that I do is I have been in recovery from sugar addiction over 3 years now. And occasionally I do live streams on that. And that's a great idea, Britt. I will check my schedule and I will fit that in. It might be a week it might be like 2 weeks because I've got a pretty packed Insight Timer and client schedule. But yes, I will do that. So if you have a problem with sugar, especially during the holidays, if you're already sugar free and can be a difficult time to stay sugar free in the holidays, join in on that whenever that will be scheduled. Yes, so the purpose of our live today is about living your purpose. The reason why this is close to my heart is, because I'm a life coach, for one, and a lot of what I do as a coach is supporting people in taking actions on their vision and on their purpose. And so many things can get in the way of doing that, and fear can keep us stuck. So an example for me that's really powerful and impactful is that I had a jobby job from 2008. I worked at a front desk of a not-for-profit substance abuse and mental health counseling center in the U.S. I wasn't looking for a job, whatever. Anyway, it just came to me. I took it. And a very long story, very short, I ended up living overseas. I moved to South Korea in 2013, and I became 100% remote with my job. So I had a great setup where I had an online job where I could dictate, the hours that I worked, and I was an employee of an American company. So I made American dollars living in other countries, and, that was great. I had a lot of freedom. And also the job was, a dysfunctional environment. And it was just like a dead-end job. It didn't stimulate me. It was just a way for me to pay the bills and survive. Has anybody ever had a job like that besides me? So the mindset that I had about this job was, I don't have a degree. This is I can work whenever I choose. I make a decent living. I get paid holidays. The job is not super stressful. This is the best job I'm ever going to have for the lifestyle that I want, that I love, which is a location independent lifestyle, working remotely, not going into an office, living all over the world. So my mindset was, I have to keep this job no matter what. And that if I lose this job, I will lose my life. I will lose my lifestyle. And my mind made up the worst case scenario, that I would have to move back in with my mother in South Carolina if I lost this job. And my mother, as those who know me here know, that's not the best scenario. I'll just leave it at that. So I stayed in that job out of fear, and I settled. So even though as the years went on, every time I would log into work, I would just have this shitty feeling. And I was just doing the minimum to get by, and I was just punching, a time clock. It was very transactional. It was, I will do the bare minimum of what I have to do so I can receive this money. So some of you can relate. And I mean, again, long story short, I started doing some deep transformational work, and as a result of that, the job left me on December 21st, 2020 at 12 midnight, as I always love to say, because it's the truth. So the job was removed, basically. I could have kept my job, but they told me, if you don't move back to the U.S. within 2 hours of the office and start working in the office, then you don't have a job. And you have to pay your own way home. You have to pay all your own moving back from Asia. And you have to start within 6 weeks of now, when they gave the announcement or the information. And they said that if I chose not to continue, I would not get any severance pay after 12 and a half years, and I would not get any unemployment. So, and this was height of COVID. 2020, the end of 2020. COVID had been around almost a year. So you can imagine the climate, remember the climate of the world, jobs. Jobs were hard to come by, even more so then. The logical thing to do would have been to comply, of course. It's COVID. The world sucks. The economy sucks. I have a stable job with a company. To play it safe would have been to move back to the U.S. And yet my soul was screaming. If a soul can scream multidimensionally, like as this meeting was unfolding, I'm hearing the terms, I'm already a no. I'm already, excuse my language, I was a hell fucking no. Everything in me, as I considered this proposal, was hell no. Even though it was, the height of COVID, etc. So some of you can relate. Ginger, the moving in with mom being the worst case part. And so the universe had, God, source had conspired, and things had unfolded to where 10 days before that, I had had a call with a life coach. I had been playing with this idea of being a coach. So just long story short, again, to me, that was source showing me it's time for you to start coaching right now. And I did. And now it's been almost 3 years, and I have never once regretted that decision or looked back. But had I stayed in fear, stayed in safety, stayed in playing it small, stayed in doing what I should do or what society or others think I should do, my life would be very different right now. And who knows, but yeah, I would have chosen based out of fear. So you thinking about your own life, where are you settling? It might not be job. Wow. Awesome. Yes, and Ginger and anyone, I have written a blog post about this that goes a bit deeper into the story. I am a writer also, so you can go to my website and read that on my blog, or I can share the link. So, Kiana, you need to do this. Okay. Perhaps this is a message for you, and who else is this a message for? Maybe around career, maybe it's a relationship. How many of you have been or are in a relationship where it's long past time to get out? How many of you maybe are living in a city or a place or a country or a scenario with a roommate, or maybe you're living with your parents or somebody, and it's time to get out. So, yeah, thank you. I'm so glad to hear that, Kiana. I would love for you to reach out and would love to hear what unfolds about this. Yes, and it's interesting because it just happens. I don't seek it out, but it's happened many times that I end up coaching clients on this exact scenario and helping people transition out of careers and into, coaching, being a coach. It's quite interesting. Or even just doing something completely different, having their own business. So I'm so glad that the story is resonating with you all. And I'm just, it was scary. Because the universe had tried to give me signs for years. I was just like, nah, 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 like closing my ears and not listening, because my mindset was, I have to keep this job. Like, I had this grip on this job. I saw things in a certain way, but yet my soul, my calling, my purpose, source, whatever, was calling me forward. And then it's like, I was too afraid, and that's okay. And it unfolded in the way perfectly that it did, for me to not, I couldn't let it go on my own. I couldn't, I was too afraid. Maybe if I would have had a life coach or some, somebody in my corner, maybe, well, sure, I'm sure that they could have helped me open my mindset and take the leap. And also it happened perfectly in that, I mean, I could have chosen to keep the job, but I didn't. So I did make a choice, but I was forced to make a choice. So thank you all for your comments. And yeah, South Korea was not a great place for me, and also more unfolded after that, which is a bigger part of the story. So, I share that to share that if I would have died in that job, if I would have been on my deathbed, my what? What did my deathbed, I would have chosen to keep the job, I would have regretted that. I mean, sure, now, so I want you to think about this, because the deathbed conversation is so powerful. And do you understand why? Because it helps us put things in perspective. So if you were to die tomorrow, what do you wish you would have done? If I would have been okay with things, but I also would have known, wow, why did I stay in that job so long? I was there almost 13 years. That's the longest relationship I've ever had. Hi, Orchid. Yeah, so how can, we're either in fear or love. So if you're coming from fear and there's big change that you feel is coming, then it's a challenge to trust. If you're coming from love, then it's this beautiful just letting go and surrendering to the unknown. Hi, DM. So I want you to look at, where do you feel you're out of integrity in your life? And we can look at that. Actually, I was about to pick up my phone because I have a resource that I was going to reference, but I'm not even going to go off the screen. I don't want anything to mess up this live stream. And yeah, so Ginger talking waves of fear and love. So it's not going to be absolute, and that's a great point to bring in. It's a journey, it's a process. And also in it too, another reason why having a coach or somebody to be with you on the process greatly helps those waves to be smaller, right? Hi, Faye. Nice to see you. Yeah, and I mean, just the rest of my story about that was, for myself, was I had this life coaching session 10 days before this job announcement came. And I was telling the coach, hey, I'm thinking about being a life coach, but it'll probably cost, thousands of dollars and take years to do. And she was like, no, you can start coaching right now. And I'm like, really? And she's like, yes. You already have everything you need to do it. And she's like, go coach 2 people this week. And I did, and it was life-changing. And so I ended up hiring her as my coach to help me start my coaching business. I mean, you can't make this shit up. Like, you guys, if you know me, you've heard me say that. You just can't make this shit up. And that's how that was for me. And, you know, I had her support, and it was invaluable. So, hi, Marie. Hi, Alyssa. Wow. So, if you care to share, Alyssa, your how far away you are from where you're meant to be. So where are you meant to be? And you don't have to answer it, but it might help others, you know, if you share that. And so this is what I want you all to think about. Where are you meant to be? Where are you out of integrity in your life? And where do you feel you're meant to go and be? Because that's your purpose. And, you know, I heard Oprah on YouTube the other day talking about, and I've heard other coaches and other people talk about this, that, you know, living your purpose. It might be to be the housekeeper. It might be to be the cashier. It might be to be the street sweeper. It might be to be president of the United States. It might be to be a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, an accountant, right? Also, your way of being informs what you do. So wherever you're at, you can live your purpose now. So it's kind of paradoxical, and it's like both and. If you've struggled with your purpose, the best way to get into alignment with it is stop resisting your life circumstances now. And also, if you feel that you're being called to more and you know what that is, or maybe you have a general idea of what that is, then what's the first step you can take? So Kiana, you feel you have the answer from Spirit on what to do next. I'm so excited to hear that. Hi, Jeff. And yeah, so what you just said, Jeff, like that's exactly was my story. I mean, I was pushed to take a step. Yeah, and so the step can be a nano step. You know, if you want to write a book, the nano step could be take out a piece of paper and a pen and put it on your desk. And that's it, right? So I want to draw a card or two to have some advice from Spirit on this. Let me know what insights you've had so far for yourself. And hi, Duchess. Yeah, so I love that you brought that in. Hi, Rochelle. So your purpose is to be a mother, but they're not living with you. So how can you still be a mother, be with a capital B? How can you be that even when they're not with you? How can you manage and step into a state of being where you are the qualities of mother when the children are not there, even if they don't live with you? Does that make sense? So Alyssa, you got out of a 12-year relationship, so congratulations on that. and it also dismantled your life, and that you feel you're starting over from scratch. So, there can be a transition period of being in a position for money or stability and also doing what you really want to do. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It may or it may not. Hi, Liz. Just reading your comment now. Thank you for sharing your story. Wow, amazing, Liz. You just got Insight Timer app today. This is definitely a sign from Spirit for you. And it's interesting, I don't know if you've joined from the beginning of my story of my life, but, my job, I left my job during COVID, and actually I was super terrified to tell my mother that I was leaving my job because of exactly what you were saying. Well, it's okay if you missed it, but I had a similar scenario around the job stuff. And I remember, like, when I immediately knew I was not choosing to stay with the old job. And my thoughts went to, oh, I'm going to tell my mother, or even do I tell her? But I'm like, no, I'm not going to lie or just pretend I still have my job because it's easier. I'm not living that way anymore out of fear. So I remember I texted her and I told her, my job is ending. And I think I worded it in that way, and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, she assumed it was because of COVID, because it was COVID time. And she was just so, sympathetic. And then I said, yeah, I was given an ultimatum. I could either move back to the US and keep my job or not have a job anymore, and I'm choosing to leave. Her tone completely changed to one of, oh, I hope you're making the best decision. And, so that lack of support I can definitely relate to from family. And yeah, I'm not gonna manipulate the truth or hide things out of fear of people's responses. So yeah, and especially single parent. Oh, interesting, Ginger, that you made a huge leap and you told your mom. Wow, this is I love how this is all the synchronicities in this discussion. Wonderful. So let me take my cards. So I'm just, because I want us to also get into the Reiki and Ancestral Clearing, because so I am going to be channeling Reiki here in a few minutes. And this is, you will receive what is needed for your best and highest good, whatever that may be. And also, I will have the intention too that if you are struggling with being stuck, not feeling like you're living your purpose, or if you're, feeling afraid, or maybe having pushback from others in your life, or things like that the Reiki and the clearing will also support you in that, and anything and everything as well. So your higher self draws in the Reiki and uses it for whatever is needed for what is best for you right now. And also, I like to have specific intentions sometimes. So if you are new to me and my channel here, please follow me here on Insight Timer. Give a donation if you feel called. You can read more about me. You can see my meditations here on the app. Please listen and review if you like them. yeah, and I've got a number of lives scheduled, so super excited about that. So, what do we have? Ooh, we have a card of choices. Of course. Who can relate to feeling like this? So you're being presented here, or you may feel like you're being presented with many choices. And what I want to invite you to is, where are you coming from when you're looking at these choices? Are you coming from fear or love? So noticing that. Noticing your state of being here as you look at your choices. And you are sovereign and you can choose. You know, a great question you can ask yourself, which is a coaching question I ask, is, what would powerful Natalie do? So you can insert your own name here. What would powerful Monica do? What would powerful Kiana do? What would powerful Alyssa do? What would powerful Liz do? What would powerful Ginger do with these choices? Devoted cat mom. Beautiful. Love your open-mindedness there to thinking about that. So the next card is the Six of Wands. So the choices that you make are going to be successful. This card is a card of success. You can see she is standing with her arms up, and there's spotlights on her. So there's actually like success that is noticed by the outside world. So it's not just you within yourself feeling like you're a success. You're being like celebrated for your success. So it's like worldly success. So it's amazing. So this card is screaming at you. Love it. So this is the Lightseer's Tarot. And yeah, actually, I don't know. I'm going to try to do something on my computer. And because I want to look this up. Okay, we'll see. We are one, Sarah. It's not letting me. Okay, never mind. Anyway, oh wait. It is opening. Oh no. Okay, here we go. So these cards, as you guys probably know if you've seen me before, the Lightseer's Tarot, they have affirmations with every card. So I want to read the Six of Wands. I'm going to read the key meanings are leadership, success, accomplishments, being seen, becoming an influencer, victory, optimism, inspiring others. So in the affirmation, so I want you all to claim this if this resonates with you. I am worthy of success. I am worthy of success. So there it is. All right. Awesome, Marie. Yes, you are. So please reach out if this is calling to you, if this resonates, if you want deeper support, if you want to take this to the next level. And love seeing all of your, affirming that you are also worthy of success. Ooh, interesting, Ginger. Thanks for bringing that piece in. Yeah, how do you feel about your dreams when others don't approve? I mean, I shared my own example, um, with my mom, and, Liz brought that in as well. Ginger, you mentioned your mom as well. So, yeah, I mean, I've been coaching now 3 years. I mean, I am a success. And sure, there's always more to go. And, you know, is it even enough for my mother? No, I mean, I don't want to get in her head and her inventory, but I don't know if like, what would be enough. And I don't want to get into talking about her. But maybe you can I'll just say that because maybe you can relate. And we've all got our own journeys, and we all came in with our own stuff, and we all had parents. She had her own parents as well that had their own stuff and all of that. So actually, I just picked up this last card here, the 10 of Wands. So, and I think Alyssa mentioned getting out of the relationship for 12 years and that it was, it dismantled their life. So, some of you have been on a journey where there's been a lot of burden and there's heavy bags. And it's felt like a struggle. It's felt like you've been slogging through. And you've already come so far. Look at this path on the mountain. So it's worth it. Let me plug this in. Okay. Yeah. So don't give up. So we're going to get into the clearing now, and the Reiki and the clearing. So I know there's a number of new people here. All you need to do is be open to receive and surrender and let go and relax. Close your eyes. Be open to receive. If you want to have your own intention, you can. If it's about this topic, if it's about something else, yeah, just, you can't do it wrong. The biggest invitation I give you is to not be scrolling on your phone, to give yourself the gift of your presence, and focus. It won't affect your receiving of the energy. And also, it's just self-care, and it's like respecting and honoring yourself enough to give yourself your full attention in this process. I will also do some ancestral clearing, which can help clear like energies like this, like, because this stuff is, it activates our survival. When it's about money and finances or relationships, security, safety and security, that activates stuff from previous lifetimes and ancestors. So I will do some clearing for that as well. Hi, Chris. Thank you for sharing. Wow, 29 years and decided to separate for Good Friday. Yeah, so I'm so glad this is resonating with you all in, the ways that are perfect for you. Marie gets to get rid of stuck energy, Sarah. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm just going to hold my phone and close my eyes. Yeah, and thank you all for sharing, for sharing vulnerably, for participating. Yeah, we're all in this together. We are all one. So, thank you all. So my glasses are off, that means I can't see, it's a blur. I can't see your words, so I invite you also to come into a closed eye space together for a few moments. Breathing in and breathing out. And whenever you find this message is for you, if you're seeing the replay on my YouTube channel, thank you for bearing with me for the screens and the phone and all of that. I have been channeling I activated the Reiki even before the session, that it will be channeled throughout the live session and in the recording. So just taking a few deep belly breaths in and out. And just activating the Reiki symbols and the Silvana symbol. I also channel Silvana energy, a beautiful, powerful energy of transformation that I was attuned to with my Reiki master over a year ago. So I'm picking up on the third eye for some of you. And the third eye is your intuitive knowing, your sixth sense, your ability to see other dimensions, to see multidimensionally. So the invitation here for you is that there's other things to see with what's unfolding in your life and your life's purpose. And that this third eye is opening wider, that its vision is becoming clearer, that you are getting clarity and insights that are coming from other channels than what you're used to. So be open to that. Be open to receiving intuitive information from other realms. And it also might come to you through your body. You might get a feeling in your body in a certain area that might then give you information when you tune into it. You may get a clear yes or no around a situation. So follow that, be looking for that. Open to a broader perspective, open to new opportunities and possibilities, mindsets, ways of being, ways of thinking. Releasing fear. I want you all to take this question with you after this live and use it. What would love do? Whatever you're facing, what would love do? For some of you, the third eye is being activated now, or opening more fully than it was before. And just trust what is here. Trust what's happening for you. That this is exactly what you need right now to support you in the next level of your consciousness, your awakening, your soul's expansion, your purpose here in this incarnation on this planet. What do you want to leave this planet? Or what do you not want to leave undone? It might be a way of being, it might be a way of serving, it might be outcomes. What do you want to leave this planet? What legacy? What do you not want to leave undone? Unexperienced. What do you not want to leave in potential? What do you want to bring from potential into reality? Where are you acting or not acting out of fear? And that if you knew you couldn't fail, that you would take the action. You may feel a tingling in your third eye in the space between your eyebrows in the middle of your forehead. You may feel a heaviness there or a lightness. You may feel other sensations, heat, cold. I'll now close with an ancestral clearing prayer. So just surrender, continue to surrender, continue to open, relax, receive. Infinite Creator, all that you are, for everyone hearing this message, hearing this prayer right now, for all of our family members, all of our relationships, all of our ancestors and all of their relationships through all relevant time, space, and dimension, for all hurts, wrongs, judgments, and burdens, for anywhere in any lineage, any timeline, any dimension in this lifetime, past, present, future. Anywhere that you didn't take action because of fear, because of societal or cultural pressures, or any time that you took action and were punished, were ostracized, maybe even killed, anywhere in the lineage. Anywhere where there was consequences. Anywhere where you settled, you stayed out of safety. Anywhere where you didn't take an action and later felt regret. And anywhere in the female, in the feminine, where it wasn't safe to own your power. Maybe you acted in secret, maybe you performed in secret around healing arts. Where you hid your gifts because you would have been punished or killed if you would have shared them. Or anything related to all of this in any time, space, or dimension, any incarnation. Please help us all forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and all people forgive us. Completely and totally, please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. Please help us love and bless each other, love and bless ourselves, be at peace with each other and at peace with ourselves. Please and thank you. If you want to remain with your eyes closed and staying in this energy, feel free to do that. Follow where you're feeling led. If you want to choose to come back to a wakeful state, you can just let the eyes open, orient yourself to where you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it done. Thank you. There's a lot here, a lot that was cleared, channeled, healed. If you don't follow me already, please do so. Care to give a donation, please do that as well. Reach out one-on-one if you also feel the heart call. And I also wanted to share, I have a powerful truth excavation journey. Some of you have journeyed already in helping me with the beta testing. It's now finalized. I will be getting it out to those who have signed up for it already. If you want to receive it, send me your email address in a private message here and wherever. You can find me everywhere. This will help you, especially if you are feeling stuck, if you don't know where to go. So I invite you to that as well. So are you still here? I'm not getting any more comments. I'm not sure. I have a feeling maybe the app has ended the live. So I'll just go ahead and end it here because I think it ended it, which is just fine. But if you are still here and joining me in whatever way that you are, thank you so much for joining. I will see you all very soon. Namaste. Maybe I'll see if that works before I go. Okay. All right.